Hey everyone, I'm going to be showcasing all three of the new Vanguard familiars with Todo's Memoria as well, and let's get into it. In fact, you know what? Let's go do a little summon and see what I can get. Just a little game, you know, you can't say. Let's see if I get like a super shiny. Oh shoot! oh shoot! Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. I'm not gonna go for the shiny. I did not expect to get on the record. Oh my god, imagine it was shiny, bro. That would have been crazy. Damn, bro. That's like my 8th one. Anyway, yeah, I did not expect that. Let's get into it, bro. The hell? I was not expecting to get a Alucard there. Yeah, let's get straight into it. So, from what I've tested, CHOSO seems to be extremely useful just because he's got something that gives him infinite range. We'll see that in a bit. TODO might be very meta support because from what I've read, he seems to be able to bring people across the map with him, which is just really helpful, and it's like infinite, and it don't matter about being in range. So I'm assuming it's going to be a bit like JOGO, but let's get into it. So we'll start off with TODO. He's on placement, he has 240,000 damage, small little AoE. Second upgrade, he gets a cone. Third, he gets a small circle AoE. He keeps the small circle AoE on the fourth, and then on the final one, he becomes full AoE. Now, his range is small, but don't let that worry you, as when you use his blood art of piercing blood, which is mostly a cast all the time, you buff crit rate by 100% for 30 seconds and gain infinite range for 10 seconds, free out 100 blood, else a 60-second cooldown. So once you get 100 blood while fighting things, so if I just select enemies, just put down alien cadets, we'll put down 99, oops, that's not 99, put down 99 alien cadets, it'll go pretty fast. Then use this, he has the crit rate and whatnot. Flowing red blood scale channels blood into a relentless assault, draining 1 per second, which is 1 blood meter per second, rising over time, so eventually become 2, 3, 4, etc, etc. And it stacks blood times 2, so whatever bleed damage CHOSO does, he does twice. Now, maintaining the channel for 30 seconds, enhanced overdrive buffing damage by 50%, and it also does range by 30%. Now for the familiar's passive, he gains the blood meter, which I just shown you. Every time this unit inflicts bleed, it gains 1 blood stack up to 200 and unlocks blood arts, the thing I just shown you. Now he gets toxic blood. Anytime this unit inflicts bleed, inflict diseased and slow the enemy by 50% of the duration of the bleed, and also gains 3000% damage. Very good unit. He's doing 2.8 mil with the crit passive on infinite range with bleed and diseased and slow. He's very good. I'm assuming he'll be very good to bring on teams, especially unbound teams, and making unbound elemental towers look really easy. Now let's go to TODO next. So he does 12.3k on damage on placement, but I do not have Monarch on my solar. I got the range, the best range thing I could for him, because I feel like range is his optimal thing. He stays small AoE, then he becomes lion, then he comes back to small AoE, and then he gets a big medium-sized AoE. He's doing 100k on max. With Monarch, he'll be doing about 450,000. His familiar gives him a boogie technique. Whenever this unit uses its boogie active on a unit, that unit gets marked as my brother. Anytime this unit attacks this unit and my brother swap positions, buffs my brother by 30% and 20% range. Only 1 unit globally can be marked as my brother at a time. Selling this unit removes the buff. Boogie's cooldown is set to 0 and becomes a global cooldown. Units no longer need to be in range. The main man. If this unit attacks an enemy with damage reductions, it deals 0 damage, but the unit marked with my brother deals 50% more damage on its next attack, and then collapse gains 40% damage and 40% range. His Memoria, moral support. If this unit applies a targeted buff to another unit, that unit and all units in its range gain 10% range. Funky tactics. Anytime this unit moves locations, buffed own damage by 100%, so you'll be doing 200k per TODO, and I think he's not that expensive to max. He's 74k, so he's a bit more expensive with CHOSO. I think he's 67,200, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just 69,300, sorry, around that. Now if we go to JOGO now. So he's on line, on placement, and he's doing 836k. And next up really goes into a small circle AoE, then becomes cone, and then he becomes a pretty large AoE. He gains the coffin move. I'm pretty sure he gains that on placement of the familiar relations. Lava Spirit. Attacks apply a burn for 150% of this unit's damage over 8 seconds, which is, you know, clearly a lot. Around 7 million, I think. King of the Iron Coffin. Gains Iron Coffin on placement. During Iron Coffin, whenever burn or intense burn ends, deal 50% of that damage that instance of DOT did in total. When Iron Coffin ends, detonate all instances of intense burn for all the damage and instances have dealt. All Black Flames, Intense Burn, and Burn take twice as fast during the domain and gains 8,000% damage. Now, I wouldn't recommend to bring JOGO on a team with Sukuna just because Dismantle does cancel out all of the DOTs. However, on burn teams, he'll be very good. I'm starting to think that meta team isn't going to be Sukuna, will be with burn units. Although if you bring Gojo, it's really good. But honestly, you know, they're always changing stuff in this game. I could be wrong. But if I was to test out my brother with JOGO, yeah, JOGO gets the extra 30% and he gets a lot more as well. If I constantly swap, yeah, he gets 200 KLs right, and then eventually they swap back whenever they attack. But JOGO gets up to 7.2 million with a small thingy, and then when you use Iron Coffin, upon activation damage plus 50% when hitting burning enemies while Iron Coffin is active, attacks hit all enemies in range, so he becomes full AoE while using it. And he gets a bit of a damage buff if I'm not mistaken. But it doesn't really want to activate. Okay, you got an extra bit, and obviously, yes, his main passes are Inflate and Burn equal to 30%. So he's about 180% extra burn. He gets 20% buff from his burns and whatnot. But these units are all really good and really useful. I would definitely recommend bringing CHOSO to any unbound team. And honestly, with his slow and disease, he might be really good to bring to any team, and JOGO to every burn team you want JOGO with you. I think you can, yeah, get these units to Ascension free, because you can actually ascend these units and they'll do more damage. But really good units overall, definitely changing the meta as we play, and soon enough you will get the Battle Pass unit as a showcase too. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.